I'm about a month in to my diagnostic radiology program, and today's actually my first call day. I'm pretty nervous, but it's all gonna be fine. I just had to make sure there's no patient-sensitive information here. I ran into my first party foul on my first call shift. Don't! So it turns out my pager is not registered, which means if people want to get in touch with me, they can't to get their patient scanned. I'm glad I got this figured out early because I can now go get it fixed. I'll have to go to a different building and pick up a new pager, it turns out. But it's okay, it's no one's fault. Got this taken care of and it's all good. Being on call as a radiology resident is a little different from being on call as a resident in a different medical subspecialty because in general, it does not involve us going to see patients. Diseases do not care when the patients get sick. So if the patient gets sick during non-business hours, the clinics are closed. So what ends up happening is they go to the emergency room or maybe they're already in the hospital. And the doctor is taking care of them might want to order imaging studies like ultrasound, X-ray, CT, or MRI to see what's going on. And there are radiologists in the hospital during non-business hours interpreting those studies, trying to help the doctor taking care of the patient figure out what the heck is going on. As a radiology resident, I will eventually be interpreting images independently. But today, I'm doing something a bit different. This is my sweet workstation. I mean 6 monitors. Someone said 5 monitors ain't gonna cut it. We're getting 6. So that's what we have. You know, no patient information, of course. This is called a dictaphone, where radiologists say what they see in the images so that it gets reported. Used to be that they had to type everything, but you know, speaking is faster. Look at this sweet gaming mouse. Yeah, radiologists use gaming mouse to help navigate. You know, it's pretty nice. Of course, my mask, and then phone for calling stuff. One of the perks of being in radiology is that you get to sit down a lot. Of course, there's some standing desks where, you know, you can stretch out your leg, prevent DVTs. When a patient needs a CT scan, sometimes they're injected with a contrast agents to help the radiologist see better and increase the chance of them finding something that's wrong if there is one. Very rarely, this contrast agent can cause adverse reaction in the patient. So there needs to be a doctor in-house in case that happens. This is something that's more suitable for a radiology resident who literally just started. What's the first thing to do when I approach a computer station? Clean. I found some gloves next to the CT machine. Where's medium right here? When a patient needs to be scanned, I will call the CT technician who's chilling at home so that we can get the ball rolling. Until then, I can study, or there is a huge TV where I can watch movies, or I should probably study. Look at this thing. So this pretty much is historical now because all the radiology images are now put in the computer. Thank God for that. So it's really easy to find those images and, you know, make patient care more efficient. But it used to be that, you know, if you watch those TV shows like Grey's Anatomy, they hang the films in here so that they can view the images better. I'm gonna see if this still works. So turn on the main power. Still works. Bottom one. Nice. Yeah, but we don't use this anymore. It's a gloomy day in Rochester. Since I have to be stuck inside, kind of makes me happy that it's not really nice outside. Does that make me a bad person? I'll have some downtime when I'm on call, like I do right now. So I'll be posting tons of videos. I'll talk about getting into medical school, what medical school was like for me, also about getting into residencies in general. I'll post tons of useful information, but also vlogs about my diagnostic radiology residency, and also about trying to raise a baby and starting a family when both my wife and I are residents. So please like this video to help this channel grow. And if you like the content of this channel after looking around, please consider subscribing. At this point, we scanned a few patients and all the images are in the computer. And my staff, my attending, wants me to try reading some of them. I haven't had CT rotation yet, so it'll be a struggle, but more you struggle, more you learn, so here we go. After being here for several hours, you know, I decided that 6 monitors just wasn't gonna cut it. So I added my own. Now we have a 7th monitor. Oh look, here's 2 more monitors that's not being used. If I could connect these two, that would be number 8 and 9. It would just be really cool and something to brag about if I have 10 monitors. And we have not just 1, not 2, but 3 mouse. This is my personal gaming mouse. I suggest everyone get a gaming mouse because it's generally better quality. Even if you don't game and even if it's relatively cheap, it's much better than the clunk of plastic they sell at Best Buy or Office Max. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? You're not better than me. Dude, I'm literally better than you. I'm used by Mayo radiologists. Who's your owner? One of my jobs today is to determine how urgent a scan is. If it's an emergency or if the scan is the only thing that's preventing the patient from going home, then of course we'll get them down there and get the scan done. But sometimes, a study is not that urgent. Can it wait till tomorrow, especially today, Sunday? Do I need to disrupt the lives of people, call them in, and get the scan done? Of course, if we need to, again, we'll get it done, but can it wait till tomorrow morning? So my wife is at home with a baby right now, all by themselves. I know how hard it is to watch a baby for an entire day because I've done it for an entire year. One of many benefits of marrying a doctor is that she understands your schedule and they're okay with me being gone for an entire day, and she just keeps sending me those cute photos, trying to make me feel jealous. After a radiology resident reads an imaging study, it is checked by an actual radiologist. They can do one of 3 things. They can say, Sam, this looks good, make no changes, and then sign the report. This will not happen today. Or they can make small changes here and there, and using my program, I can see what changes they made so I can look at them and learn. More likely, they can look at my report, say it's crap, or they won't say it, but they could definitely think it, get rid of the whole thing and just redo the whole thing themselves. That'll probably what's going to happen to 100% of my reports. I just made the first of many rookie mistakes I'll make in residency. So I paid 2 people to call me back, and I got them mixed up. I'm on the phone. I thought I was talking to the ultrasound tech, but it was a OB-GYN resident. She was confused. I was super confused. It was just not a good look for me. I left my station to make sure it's still gloomy outside so I don't feel bad, but perfect weather. See that Jimmy John's over there? Probably the most profitable Jimmy John's in the entire world. I think everyone here eats there every day. So I read a few more studies and I'm catching a lot of the things that are going on, but I just don't have the right way of saying it so that really helps the doctor who ordered the imaging study. So I'll work on that, but of course I don't catch everything, so we'll see how I improve throughout the year. So it's 7:30 and I'm gonna go home. I'm technically on call until 10 p.m. So from 7 a.m. in the morning until 10 p.m. But I can see if the orders are coming from home. And on Sunday night, it's not likely that they're gonna order because they can just order it next morning on Monday. But we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to come back. But if I have to, then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.